Wake Island, released in 1942.
Let's talk about it.
So there's something that we have to address right off the bat, and that's the fact that all military movies are propaganda films. Now, I'm not interested in the factualness of the film in any way, shape, or form. When I'm recommending these films, I'm only going to look at it from the viewpoint of entertainment.
My thoughts.
I was shocked at how much I actually really enjoyed this film, and it was because of two characters. They were kind of the 3CPO and R2D2 of this film. In the first act, they were just butting heads throughout the whole movie. The actual war scenes are not very interesting, and you have to be fair to the film. It released in 1942, but you have to acknowledge that it does take away from its watchability. I would probably skip the second act just because a lot of the war scenes are just not visually interesting at this day and age. But just for these two actors' performances, it's absolutely worth it. Honestly, at the start of the film, they tell you the truth. This is a tragedy. A lot of the soldiers that you see in this film are not going to survive. And they did something that I thought was really beautiful in the film. And it's something you can use now if you're an amateur filmmaker. So, for a lot of the characters at the end, they are executed where they stand. And it looks really hokey. Like, they fire the weapon, and it's like that really over dramatic, I'm gonna go down with the ship kind of acting. But for these two characters that I've been raving about since the beginning, they're trapped inside a foxhole and they're being overwhelmed by the opposing army. And the camera actually pans up. You don't actually get to see it. And it's kind of interesting because your brain does the most horrific job it can to give you an idea of what happened to these soldiers. And it hurt way more. If there was anyone I wanted to survive, it was these two characters. Always talking about home, always bickering. You really did build a connection with them.
Rating.
I don't think this is like an overly great movie, but the performances of these two actors and the story and journey that they went on is genuinely the backbone of this film and a lot of fun. So that's why I have to give Wake Island a 6 out of 10.